was in there.
Oh, from Donnie, yes. It had his
In
name
the
on
box, I mean.
it. Well, I mean, of course.
I mean, I said, are they gonna be all right?
I don't know, I haven't had time to look at them.
They're that new Lycra.
Well, what size are the foots of them? 9, 9.5? Tell Mrs. Carlton has to wear those all the time.
Have you ever had a girdle out of Lycra, Lydia? Have you ever had a girdle out of Lycra?
No.
That's too red.
Like,
Very good effect
Throw 'em
on
in the
that.
washing machine.
Stuff in the paper.
bleach it.
Well, very nice entertainment, Donnie.
Was
Are you
it?
getting down
Very.
everything?
Huh?
Are you getting down everything?
Am I getting down everything?
Mhm.
Yeah?
Did you get the part about the girdle?
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, I Virginia, as a matter of fact, I did. There's some of that dip over there that he's talking about.
Parts of it.
Well, good.
You're supposed to stay over there and take care of the machine.
aren't you gonna let them talk into it?
Evans, they're talking into it now.
Oh! Mama, say something.
If you extend your
Say something.
Talk into the thing.
Well, wait till my children get up and then I'll talk into it and say something.
Let's put it up.
Is that thing running now? Uh-huh.
Oh, there was an old man and he had an old sow. She was a fine sow.
That ought to be good. Junior's talk.
Oh, it's hard to tell that the elbow went to the honorable.
Comedian has come.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as ink. It chewed the paper off the wall and spit it in the sink.
Jack and Jill went up the hill, each had $1.25. And they came down, Jill had 2.5.
Censored. Thank you, Charles Jr.
Mary had a little lamb. She fed him castor oil. Every time he turned around, he fertilized his oil.
You know he'd say something like that.
Mary had a little watch. She swallowed it one day. She had to take castor rest to pass the time away.
Oh.
You always rub it off.
I don't have figured out yet.
Instant stop on
It stops instantly.
Little lamb, you know, cast it dead.
Ooh.
Mary had a little lamb and the doctors were surprised.
Mary certainly catches it.
Like the old orange man, there's his kick, huh?
Virginia, what are you doing?
This
Sneaking
big guy was
around?
running through the cotton patch, and the big
Sneaking
bull was
around
chasing
washing the
her, and she
dishes.
was hollering, and the boy said, "What's the matter, Ruth Mary? What's the matter with you? There's a big bull chasing me back there." "Well, that bull won't hurt you." "I know he won't hurt me, but I ain't got room to have no cares."
But what?
Don't tell about the insurance, we think insurance man told one gal. Are you still recording now?
Oh, yes, yes.
You gonna hear about the three insurance men talking to nigger gal?
Yeah, but you're gonna have to talk just a hairy bit louder to agitate the tape a little more.
Oh, well, I don't count about agitating anything.
Put this over there.
No, go ahead and talk. Go ahead, go ahead. We can hear
You
you.
know, they're sitting around the table with the nigger gal drinking beer, you know, and each one of them is insurance salesman. So one of them asked the girl, says, "Mandy, does you want to buy some insurance?" She says, "I don't know what kind of coverage your company got." He said, "My company got the best coverage." "Well, what is that?" He said, "Well, my company covers you from the casket to the basket, basket to the casket." The other nigga said, "Man, and that's old college. I got one better than that. Mine covers you from the womb to the tomb." Mine and third boy says, "Y'all ain't got nothing to talk. My company covered you from the injection to the resurrection."
Yeah, well.
What's Donnie blushing about?
Being racist.
Y'all say something, we got 2
Somebody
inches
say
left.
something.
3 inches left.
You got how much left? Lucky, lucky.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
should hear some records that Charles Jr. has at his house. They're really.
party record.
Sorry?
You should.
Who records them? Hmm?
Nothing to him.
Everybody's sure quiet.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. My boyfriend took me riding in his motor car. What we did, I ain't admitting, but what I'm knitting ain't for Britain.
Hey, well, record the 40 horsepower and 60 miles an hour record.
Oh, that automobile?
Yeah.
What's that ball that rides in the automobile? Yeah, we did that.
Go get it.
You have to bring your things in there, can't get it.
Incidentally, Charles Jr., before you leave, there's a record changer sitting between the seats in our car that you can pick up and take with you.
What, mine?
Yeah, it's yours.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works.
There's a couple of
Marvelous.
records out there too, aren't they? Goes on to the sea and so forth.
Well, that
Bring
can't
it in
use
and play that record on, then that sounds better
on
than
their
there's a
player.
little wind up
Or
there.
is your player for the children one of those with the big hole in the middle?
She doesn't know that it's called 45.
Yeah, Louise.
Well, can't you set it for either one? For the 3 speeds or whatever it is?
No, it
It's enclosed.
fits in a slot, see? It only takes a 7-inch record.
Do they
maximum.
have several records? I'll see if I can get this one.
Hey, have you tried singing?
I can't sing. Yeah, I've tried singing. Gave it up long ago.
Well, we got all the, you have all the toys packed up, or we could,
Yeah, I have plenty of Christmas sounds around here, so all the.
Where's
the
children anyhow?
Sleep.
Asleep. Oh.
We all got the stage right
Well,
in
like
front of
they
this.
sure have grown one.
I
Silver
believe you
box.
must have. You haven't opened your mouth since you sat there hardly. Mom. I believe she had
I
some
will.
right.
Took it all out on Charles at noon, tell him about it.
And my turkey had ptomaine paws and the thing didn't have any toes.
I told him if he took it and stuffed it and then put it in the oven and took it out and put it back and put it back in again and again. And I never heard of ptomaine poisoning in the turkey.
Grandma, come over here and read this so you can hear what your voice sounds like.
Read what?
Read anything.
What?
Go up to the mic. Come over here by the
Put your
door.
chair over a little bit.
So we can hear your voice on the thing, Mom.
Oh, didn't you hear?
No, you haven't said anything yet.
Oh, you think I haven't? I've been talking all the time whether I said anything or not.
Read the book.
Read the book.
Don't argue with me and read the book.
If you can find a better bourbon, buy it.
No, I meant for you to read the one about the dishwasher.
Now, don't you bring that subject up, Charles
The white
Jr.
dishwasher or black dishwasher?
You wouldn't cook your dishes dry. Of course, if I had something that'd cook them dry, I would. It wouldn't take time to rub them.
Can't you read it straight?
What do you want me to read, Charles Jr.?
Just anything.
Well, I don't want to read about dishwashing, I will tell you that.
About the Castro prisoners or something. Here's today's paper here.
Well, tell us a joke, Grandma.
Don't make that and Mike it. Come on.
Oh. I didn't believe Donnie made it.
What did you hear from Aunt Bess in your last letter?
She's going to sell her motel.
What does she have planned on
And
that?
she has a stove that, an old-fashioned iron stove that reaches the ceiling and is very much in demand.
Wonder where she found
I can't hardly hear you.
Very much in demand. So, and she has a very cute one in Bob's room. And so she thinks maybe she'll sell it. the motel does pretty well in the summer,
When it's snowing, no those are good, huh?
but they make during the year make a living, and she's tired of being tied to just a plain living. She's going to get out and come to visit us.
Maybe she can make more money that way? Maybe she can make more money that way?
Yeah. At least she's not tied to a job.
I could quit.
Yes, an old married man with 3 children, can he quit his job? Yes. What's that?
We mean, that's that, we got two more inches to go.
She had a good nap.
Come here, watch, come here.
Louise came.
Loaf of bread.
Look, I'm gonna give you one of these, and Jill one of these.
Mama.
See, each one of
What
you.
is it?
It's little coffee cakes or bread.
Oh,
So each one of you have one of these.
when they go home tonight.
Is it RECORDER?
Oh, yeah.
May?
Come here, Betty.
Tell what you got for Christmas.
Come on over here. Now, I'm gonna tell you what's in these little things. See, little coffee cakes? Have you ever eaten coffee cake? Or fruit bread?
Can you talk, baby?
Yes, talk to me.
For Christmas.
What did you get for Christmas?
That's the doll, baby.
A doll baby.
And a purse.
And a purse? Well, didn't you get
And a comb.
Didn't you get a comb and a mirror
Oh, and she liked
to put on your dressing table?
She said nobody have to help her now.
Well,
One
good.
thing but a vertebra on that.
What else did you get, baby girl?
That's the doll, baby, and a purse.
Didn't you get a photograph?
But that doll baby and purse made an impression, didn't it? You like those a whole lot, don't you? What other kind of things do you like?
Records.
Hmm?
Records.
Records? You like records. What kind of records do you like to hear?
Blue.
What do you want
Red
to say?
Riding Hood?
Red Robin Hood and
Red Riding Hood.
Red Riding Hood, I meant to say.
How about Bill's little train? Did you like it?
Did you ever hear Bozo the Clown? Maybe I can find a Bozo record for you. Did you ever hear a clown talk?
She's too near SLWP, they can.
Oh, you sleepy yet?
Well, what's this down here?
Hey, can you tell me what your name is? What's your name? Tell me what your name is.
Betty.
Huh? A little louder.
Betty.
Betty what?
Bradford.
Betty what?
Betty Bradford.
Well, do you know who I am? What's my name?
Say Don Cannon.
Is my name Don?
Donnie Boy Cannon.
Is my name Don? Do you know who I am? Who's that right there?
Daddy.
Donnie Boy, that's his name.
Donnie. Donnie.
Loud, oh, loud.
Donnie.
Boy.
What?
Who's that character over there prompting you? Who's that character sitting next to you there? Who's that old guy?
Daddy.
Daddy who?
Daddy
Bradford.
Warbucks.
Daddy boy.
Who's that over there? Betty. Who's that over there, that old bald-headed guy sitting in that big old red chair? Who is he?
Yeah. Cap.
He has a cap on. What was that?
Cap.
Oh, is that his name?
Yeah.
He looks pretty thirsty, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing, Betty? Why are you in Austin? Why are you up here?
My daddy bring me over here.
Why don't your daddy bring you over here? Do you know? You don't? You sure you don't?
You can see us. You can come see us in the Christmas tree.
Did you come for Christmas? Well, don't you have some brothers and sisters? Well, where in the world are they?
They're taking a nap.
Well, if they're taking a nap, why aren't you?
Well, who's?
I already took a nap.
Jason, which one are taking
Well, you ask her.
Which ones are taking their nap, Betty?
Bill and Jean.
Billy and Jean? Will they wake up pretty soon?
Coffee Ed?
Yeah, me too.
Listen, tell me real loud the thing you got for Christmas that you like best. Can you
Dolly.
The doll? What else?
How many dollars you get?
One.
You got $2.
2 dollies.
What else did you get that you like?
Record.
What else did you get that you like, Betty?
Record.
You
Nothing.
got a record? What's the name of it?
I don't know.
Well, what did Bill get? What all did Bill get for Christmas?
He got a boy record.
Betty, before I get to your daughter.
What did he get?
A boy record.
He got a boy record?
Yes, I didn't get a record.
Well, what did Jean get? What all did she get?
She got a little doll baby.
Got a little doll baby? And you did too, huh? Each one of you. Well, that's
I
nice.
had 2 doll babies. She had 1 doll baby.
What are you going to name your doll baby? Have you decided what to name it yet? What?
Well, I think puts a hole in here.
What are you going to name it?
I don't know.
Gertrude.
Think of some good name and name your doll baby now. Think of some good name and we'll name that doll baby. See, it has to have a name like your name is Betty, doesn't it? Hmm?
Here you go, man.
It doesn't have a name.
Well, I know, but you'll have to name it. See, you didn't have a name either when you was a little teeny baby, new baby. So they gave you a name and called you Betty. See?
How come you treat me like stepchild all the time here?
So that's the name you have. Now your doll baby needs a name too, doesn't it?
You treat me like a hound dog, woman.
Where are you and Daddy and Mom fixing to go? Where are y'all getting ready to go?
To Houston.
Going to Houston?
Where are you going, Betty?
To Houston.
Oh, okay. Now we got it.
Who lives in Houston? Is that where you live?
Mary and Linda made
What street do you live on?
Lawson.
Larston? What did you say? I didn't understand you.
Lawson.
That's good.
That's good. That's the way we like to hear you talk real loud, you know, so we can all hear you better. Hmm? Who else lives at Larston?
Daddy and Mommy.
Do you know your house number? What's the house number?
This has been Betty and Charles Jr., Uncle Charles, Ed, and Don at Christmas. Can you tell me what your name is?
What are you looking like that for?
Bill, can you tell me what your name is?
Bill.
Bill what? What's your last name?
Bill Bradford.
You have to talk a little louder. I can't hear you,
Bill
Bill.
Bradford.
Bill Brad. Well, look, do you know what this thing is? Do you know what this is all for? Well, see, Bill, this is a tape recorder, and it puts on this tape what you're saying. So you see, in just a minute, when you say something, if you'll ever say something, we can hear what you said. Now, won't that be fun?
You're making a record, Bill. See?
You're making kind of like a record. That's why I want you to say something. See, and you have to talk into this little thing here. This is this is a microphone here. So why don't you tell me what you got for Christmas? Well, now, don't show me because the people can't see on this thing. They have to hear. Tell me, can you? Do you remember what you got for Christmas?
Was it a train?
Did you get a record player?
Did you get a phone, Bill? Did you get a phone?
Well, look. Now think real hard and try to tell us what you got for Christmas, Bill. You see, Bill, you have to talk. Can you talk?
Yeah.
I mean, has it been there a long time? Did it have pictures on it?
A super suit.
A super suit. A Superman suit? Well, what else did you get?
Gun.
A gun. What kind of gun did you get?
Rifle.
A rifle. Well, what else did you get, Bill?
Well, who sent them to you? Huh? Who sent you those handkerchiefs? Aunt Louise?
Daddy's packed them up in the car. He has to remember. Got books
I have a little horsey and some books and records.
Tell him Tinker Toys.
It's Tinker Toys.
Well, who's that over there's been talking to you all this time, telling you what you got for Christmas?
Who?
Well, who's that right there? Yeah, her.
Nana.
Oh, well, who?
Yeah, that's what he calls her.
Okay.
Don't you go over there and talk to Bill real loud. You and Bill talk.
Well, have you been having fun at Christmas time up here?
Yes.
You have? Well, that's good. Hey, Bill, you go there and get Jean. Tell her to come over here, would you? Would you go get her? Well, hi there. What's your name?
Jean.
Huh?
Jean.
Jean what?
Jean Bradford.
Jean Bradford. Are you Bill's brother? Is Betty your sister? Well, how about that? What do you mean, no? Yes, they are, too. Sure they are. Can you tell me what you got for Christmas? Tell me what you got for Christmas.
A purse.
A purse? Well, what else did you get besides a purse?
A dolly.
A dolly? My goodness, you talk more and better than your brother does.
There's some things that were under the tree at home and brought it for Christmas. Well, they're not anything. What else do you do? You'll ever just have I told Donnie, I said, Donnie, you tell him not to do one thing. I wish you could see my house. I live on the road.
I just drooped around here at 10 o'clock this morning. I just was tired.
Well, I tried to get you earlier.
So, I was in town doing errands and buying groceries the whole day. And
Well,
I came in, and then I had car trouble, and I had to go out here to sit down.
What had happened? What had happened?
Yeah.
I was here and saw that chair. I was looking at it for comfortable. I don't get in this straight up chair. You know where I called one time before getting up, and I've been.
Get it over here so we can
having-
watch that TV on and get the news. Put it over here, buddy.
No, I don't have to. Go ahead, you watch it. How you talking to me?
This thing is,
And
right.
that's still that TV is still going? This is
Well, it's a little weak right now.
Pretty weak, it's dark.
must be the picture to you.
Save the most important thing of all,
Well,
your
if you
soul.
want to go, let's get our conversations on. Let's get
Now,
our-
right, the cotton trees.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Come on, put yours on.
Well, let me stop just a minute. I want this kind of stretch. I tell you, I got so tired by the time I got the camera until I just had to stop and I had eaten earlier. I didn't have didn't want anything to eat because I had sandwiches and potato salad and Mary Frances when the kids were out there. She didn't leave until, well, I called Bonnie right after she left. But I had tried earlier to get an answer and couldn't get an answer, so I didn't know whether y'all were out of town or what. So then after I still couldn't get an answer after Mary Frances left, I said, well, I'll call Austin. I'll have the operator ask in Austin. And I couldn't think of the initials, and so I said, well, operator, I said, try CW, Charles W. Bradford. And I couldn't remember whether that was your mother's or C.A. Bradford. C.A. is your mom, well, I know now, but C.W. Charles. So the operator rang him and asked him if he knew where you were there. He said no, and he said, who's calling? And the operator said, Richmond is calling, and she said, do you have any idea where Mrs. Kenner is? He says, well, I don't know, said, this is C.A. Bradford, said she could possibly be at C.W. Bradford. He said, do you mind telling me who's calling? And the operator said, do you want to tell him who's calling? I said, sure, Evelyn Hutchinson. And so he said, oh, Evelyn, and you know, then the operator rang your mama's. And he had already called your mother and told her that I had run there. I guess he thought something was wrong, see? And I told the operator, I said, well, when you call her, they're going to think something has happened. And I said, just tell her that it's no emergency or anything if she asks you anything. So operator called me back a few minutes, and she said, your party said she doesn't know where Miss Canner is. Said she supposed that she was in Temple. But said I told her it was no emergency or anything. Said her son had called her and said, I told her there was no emergency. So we got that straight. Then I rang again here. I said, operator, try Temple once more. And I was going to give it up for having that Donnie answered. But
I had just walked in from Washington.
Then I called Evelyn Ann after that because I had never called her until I knew I wanted to come on up here. We were going to come on up here, and then I called her and asked her if she wanted me to wait till she could come. And they had plans of something for this weekend. They weren't otherwise. I could have gone by and picked her up and they could live it out with it, not too much.
How long was it in Charles?
Oh, he called you after that?
Yeah.
He did?
Actually, no, he called before you, or did he?
Well, I wonder if he still thought maybe something was wrong. You reckon?
No, he was wondering if we were coming up Thursday night.
Mama's birthday is Monday, and he was going to have a dinner tomorrow, but I'd already decided, about a week ago, I asked Mama if we could come dinner and bring her up here. And she said, no, I don't think so. Said, I've got this midget from her things to get out. So she has a midget that she makes pattern things for. And so I had this car trouble, so I decided to use the road.
Well,
So anyway, Don told him that he thought we weren't coming. And Charles said, well, I have everything, you know, how you wanted to do that. Everybody see that for the dinner.
well, listen, you all go ahead and make your plans because I'm not going to stay over anyway. I'll have to go.
In order to do it. That's what Don told Charles.
Well,
He had some car
They had decided this morning they wanted to know when it was on.
No, we really weren't, because I could
Had
have
a
told you that
wheel bearing that was burned out. Didn't want to make it long.
you don't have a lot of trouble with it, actually.
Well, there's always something.
Well, let's see, no, you didn't have any the last time you were there, was it? It was,
every once in a while, something, that's what we bought an old car.
Summertime, you know, off that trip was having heat trouble.
I had got a new water pump put in mine here when I put antifreeze in. I told him, I said, don't put antifreeze in there till you check the water hose and check everything so that I don't lose my antifreeze. Well, you know, if there's anything wrong with your car, usually put antifreeze in, starts leaking, if there's radiator trouble of any kind, water pump or anything else. So it hadn't been in but a few days, and my car started losing water and wouldn't have any water in there, you know. And I finally took it to the Lindemann brothers. There's nobody out there. I don't know where to take the car anymore, because I can't run over the Humble every time for every little old thing. It costs me
How
more to
about
go
that
than...
boy at Harrington's?
Oh, Harrington's gone.
No,
Oh, you're talking about...
Walter Shears mechanic.
uh,
Opened up in Harrington's place.
what was
didn't
his
he?
name? Koch or... No. Well, anyway, he's gone, though.
He
He's
is.
at Wallace or East Bernard or Columbus, I've forgotten where.
He was
He
pretty
had an
good.
offer, a real good job, so he sold to Melvin Lemon. See, Arthur and Melvin used to be in partners down there by the bridge, and Melvin bought Harrington's.
I don't think anyone's doing out there.
Oh.
in our neighborhood.
I don't know, is that where Melvin lived?
Well, they used
Arthur
to,
used to live way out there on Manfred Williams' place.
well, one had a son that used to work at Love's, worked there a long time. This one lived out there in their lives. Had a son about 2 years older than me. Right, 3 years older.
Are you comfortable, when I had turned out the heat? so
Yes,
my
I
house
know.
had gotten some warm.
No, I'm all right.
But it's not really
It wasn't cold, I had the heater on in the car, but I had the window part way down because I wanted the fresh air and I didn't want to get cold.
Seemed like it was colder earlier in the day than it is tonight.
I think that somebody says it's supposed to get down to 40.
Well, tell
You
us
know,
about
first-
your baby down there.
Well, she's just filling out, she's just cute as she can be now. Of course, she can't get her nights and days right, and she just wants to eat all the time, and my parents had to change her formula about 4 different times, I guess, and now she's on Baker's, modified formula. It has the butterfat taken out of it, coconut oil added to it. It's evidently because she was throwing up a lot and wasn't satisfied, and so on, but now she doesn't seem to get enough to eat, and so they're getting a little cereal to eat at night and morning, and then she takes all these bottles all day, and then she's so slow about her taking a bottle, and just to slow to burp, and
That's
so.
what a young man in the office says, they have a 2-month-old baby, and says it takes an hour and a half to feed it.
And then another hour to burp it, and
And that says
they're
they're
just up all night.
forever feeding that baby. But it's just got this dimple and cute.
Who's this?
Well, Lori is not, her hair at first looked like it was gonna be dark. She has quite a bit more hair than any one of the other children had. In fact, they didn't have any. But she has a nice little bunch of hair. And it looked dark at first, but now when it's more of a light brown and has a little red highlight to it kind of too. I just wonder if it's gonna be red. The Ohms is getting real dark red, and her eyes are just as black as they get, and her face cut some little veins, and if she's not a cute thing with those, and she is just, of course, she has to fight her way around to stay up, protect herself with Billy. He's so rough with her, and she's just as rough as he is now, and she giggles all the time. She just giggles and giggles, and when she giggles, she just giggles all over her little old face, just, her eyes are so black. She's a sight. I tell you.
Why didn't she get Mary Frances and the kids and come on up here with them?
Lane
Since
was
they're out
sakes,
there.
I don't know.
Call Horace and tell him you're taking off.
Horace does well to let them get to fly down my place.
Did it seem this time for her to talk to them very fast?
Oh, yeah, she's doing a little bit better now, but it's just hard. I tell you, she didn't have everything as convenient. She bought her a dryer before the baby was born, and that helps out all this bad weather we've had. She doesn't have to worry about going out, and she got toward the last before the baby was born, but I don't think she could have hung up clothes, so she just dried them in the dryer. And of course, like she says, she gets one down and the other one's up, and she just can't get. Sometimes she doesn't want Dawn to feel it, but Dawn's getting just a little bit worse all the time about acting like she's nose out of joint, with the baby. But I tell you, she had a time when she took the baby home. Of course, Dawn Ann wanted to get to it right away. Horace had to put a hook on the door going into their bedroom and put it up high so she couldn't find anything tall enough to get up and unhook it. Because she can manage for herself, I'll tell you right now. When she wants to do anything, she does it. And they took her little bed down, several months before the baby was born, because her friend said she knew if she took that bed away from her. She tried it one time, putting her in the single bed in the room where her little bed was. And she wouldn't stay in that bed at all, the little single bed. So then finally, Horace just one night, their dad's having a bath with the baby, and he took the bed down, just took it completely out of the room. And she went in the room and the bed wasn't there. She just kind of gave it a look, and everything said like, well, where is it gone?
It's kind of
She just-
insecure feeling, I'll bet.
Then she got on the little single bed and went to sleep, and then had more trouble with her. But then toward the last, just before the baby was born, she's got worse. She's got to prowl around the house at night, just prowl and prowl, and finally come in there. She'll pat you when I'm down there. She'll come, she'll just rub my arm real light. She wants to wake me up, but she doesn't want to do it too hard. I mean, and that's the way she did it. So finally, they take her back and put her in bed, and she would stay there. So Horace rigged up a contrivance and under the bed and tied it to it, and so they just finally put her in the bed, and they just tie a loop around her ankle, and until she'll settle down and go to sleep. And she could get out of it if she tried, but she feels restrained, and so she stays there on the bed. And then of course they go take it off.
Without a bush of fuss?
Yeah, she didn't bother. They'll take her back, Horace take her back a dozen times and put her back in the bed, and finally said, well, all right, now, if you get up one more time, I'm going to tie you. And so she'll try it one more time, and then he has to put it in tire. So, and of course, Billy is all right now, except he's just all boy. And
What does he think about his?
well, he wanted a baby sister. He really wanted a baby sister all the time. He kept saying, no baby
One
sister.
wouldn't know.
And Jimmy says, poor Billy says, he's same fix I'm in. When I called him, it was a girl. Poor Billy said, he's same fix I'm in. But Billy was so funny Christmas. All he wanted and all he could talk about was cowboy boots. And we took them down to Foley's after Mary Frances got up one afternoon while we took them down to Foley's, took Dawn too. And Dawn wouldn't go, she wouldn't have any part of Santa Claus. We've tried our best. My parents had her fixed up so cute with a little full petticoat and a little dress, you know, real Christmassy looking, and little hair combs so cute. Betty fixed his little red vest, and then made a darling picture. She could have gotten them both with Santa Claus. Oh, she won't talk, but she just do this every time we try to get her up to Santa Claus. So they say that's the worst age to try to get them to talk to Santa Claus. She's 20 months. And so finally Billy got up there and told Santa Claus what he wanted, and he took a picture. It was real cute. But Mary Frances was so disappointed because she wanted both of them. She wouldn't dare try to take the baby too because she was old enough, but she wanted the other two. So he told Santa Claus he wanted a boots, and cowboy boots, that's all he could think about. I had gotten him the boots for Christmas and had them all put away. And so we went back after the party. He said, you know, Mama, said, I forgot to tell Santa Claus I wanted the footballs. That I just thought about it. And I said, he says, I better go back and tell you. And I said, oh, no, don't do that, Billy. I said, I'll probably see him somewhere and I'll tell him that you forgot to tell him. He said, but Mama said, you can't sit on his lap. Said, you're too big to sit on his lap. Stand outside. I tell you, the things that he comes out with, it's just a scream. You just can't imagine. I don't see how that child knows the things that he knows. So when his boots were wrapped, and Mary Frances, the night that we spent the night down there, Christmas Eve night. Went down that day, and I stuffed my turkey that morning, and I took it and went on down to her house, and then kept the rest of the Christmas trees. She had managed to get a Christmas tree up with some help from some of us. Then you have the baby at that time of year, kind of foul things up.
See how hurt she ever made.
Well, I don't either, but she had her tree fixed, and she had done what little Christmas shopping she was going to do before the baby came, and had that all put away, so she had that done, she wasn't able to get out. I guess it was a good thing she did. But that night, all he could talk about was those boots that he said Claus was going to bring the next day. We were talking about it, and I said, well, Frankie's going to be so disappointed when he sees this thing under the tree, and there's no boots there, because he was already telling us the boots would be under that tree. He just knew, because he told Santa Claus. I said, maybe we better go on under that thing, and Horace said, no. So just let him get up and not see any boots there. Said, we've been telling him that the things that he does, that Santa Claus is listening around, and if he doesn't watch out, he won't get the boots. So we didn't unwrap them, we left them under the tree.
Why don't you turn off
We're not doing anything, we're gonna ruin what you do have. And so when he was so excited that night, he went to bed, he started vomiting. Had just talked about it so much, I guess he was just so upset and worked up, you know. And the next morning, why, all night long, none of us slept. I could just imagine him and Nan slept in there on the couch in the living room, because we didn't want no, I mean, they didn't go in there, because we couldn't fix the things under the tree. But all night, we could imagine, we heard him up, trying to go in there to see if whatever was under the tree. So none of us slept much. Every time a kid moved, we heard it. And the next morning, of course, the crack of dawn, while they were both up, they both get up so early anyway. That's the thing, grandson, they sleep a little bit late.
This one now believes that it's all pagan, Christmas tree and all that, it's just a pagan thing.
So when he run in there, you know, and he looked under the tree, and the Woots were there. He said, "Oh, my football," and he picked up and he put on such an act. I wish you could have heard him. "My football, Donnie, look at your doll." He was just going on, not one word about the Woots. And I said, "Well, Billy, open your package there." And he sat down very leisurely, untied this box that was wrapped, and just wasn't in too big a hurry. And when he got it open and he saw his boots, he said, "My boots!" He said, "I knew Santa Claus was pulling my leg."
He's pretty sharp, isn't he?
He is, I think. But see, Mary Frances said she knew exactly what Billy Frank was doing, because said she remembered when she was growing up, she wanted a bicycle, and you may remember that when she got a bicycle. I don't know if you were home or not, but it was right after the war, or it might have been during that time. You might have been gone. I guess probably you were, and maybe I would too. But I know bicycles were scarce, and you just couldn't get one, and they cost quite a lot too. But all she wanted was a bicycle. She just talked about a bicycle, but she knew and realized that it was just impossible for us to get one for her. And Dobbs heard it in the barber shop. He heard some salesman that come through there. He talking about his daughter had outgrown a bicycle, and they wanted to sell it. And so he asked him what he'd take for it, and Doc said, "Well, he guessed we could manage that bicycle." And I went down to River Oaks, to some place down, I don't know where it was, and picked up that bicycle and brought it home. And that morning, we were so excited. We were more excited than she was, because we knew we had the bicycle for her, and that's what she wanted. And of course, we was sitting in the living room, and she come around through my room, you know, and into the living room, and she didn't even say one word about the bicycle, not a thing. And we were just so let down. We didn't know what to do. We couldn't understand it. And she said afterwards she didn't see the bicycle. Said she didn't see it. And we just didn't believe her. So she told me again the other day, she said, "Mother, Billy Frank has done the very thing that I did." She said, "I knew that I was not going to get a bicycle." Well, she said, "I knew y'all couldn't afford it, and I knew they were scarce." And she said, "I didn't expect one, and I didn't want you all to be disappointed because you hadn't gotten me one." So she said, "I immediately began to talk about all these other things that I had." And she said, "That's why I didn't see the bicycle." She said, "I wasn't going to let you all know that I was disappointed." And we were disappointed because she didn't see it. But now, she said, "I know exactly what he did." Well, we had to call her attention to it. She just run over to these little things that were sitting over here with a chair, and a bicycle was kind of by that door goes in the front bedroom. And such a big thing sitting there. But she just walked through that door and just started talking about her things that were over here on her chair, you know, just picking this up and liking it. Maybe I could always put on such an act anyway. And that's what she was doing. And that's exactly, she said, what she felt like Billy was doing. He didn't see his boots under there. He didn't want any of us to know that he was disappointed, and that Santa Claus had really known how he'd been acting and didn't bring them, see? But it was so funny. He said, "I knew Santa Claus was pulling my leg." But he talked about his football, and then called Dawn's attention to the doll, and she had already gone to the doll, but he just had to talk to her about everything there right quick. He goes to this little peppermint stick. He would call it peppermint cane or whatever it is. Kindergarten out there, you know, 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And they do all sorts of little things there. He took orange juice cans, frozen orange juice cans, and the kids just sprayed them, and then they took this, I don't know what fancy kind of printed died, you know, he made those for, he made me one for my pencils, he said, you know, I did put my pencils in. He was so proud of himself. He was so
Well, I
proud.
want you to know that I went over to American Desk today to get down some packing paper, and I almost made me better put that stove. And I disagree that they haven't, paid for teaching children there, but I guess the teachers go out there and pick up all these materials, you see. Well, they'd have things, that you could just kind of cut out felt. They were already, they're kind of perforated, so you just pick them out from the felt, you know, they're little felt figures of all kinds. And, I just couldn't tell you what all they do have out there. Mayor Francis.
They make these plastic skeletons, study
And then
anatomy and all this sort of thing.
Another thing they have that's nice is some plastic, figures of all kinds to trace around. See, it's strong enough to, be firm enough for kids to trace around. Trace pictures of the wolf and the three pigs and all that stuff. But,
Well, he colors, colors just real good. Anything that he has to stay in the line, you know, a child 4 years old, and Francis says it's very unusual, because she said just many first graders can't begin to stay in the line. They get out here, and he stays right in that line.
I never could stay, I still can't color anything and stay in the line.
And you know that he has it, and he can, I believe he's gonna have a good voice, because he can raise his pitch of his voice, and lower it, and all that. I think if he has a little training.
Well, her Francis worked a lot in forensics when she was in high school, didn't she?
To what?
Did she do a lot of work in forensics, speaking, play acting, and all that
Yeah,
sort of thing when she was in high school?
She ought to be able to train Lily a whole lot that way.
She had much time to do. And she's diapering and feeding and making formulas and that.
well, that's the
Fixing bottles,
thing
oh,
of child
that's a
training,
kid.
isn't it? That there's so much that other to do.
Well, yeah, but he's a little young right now to start voice
But
training.
he's
that sort of
getting
thing.
a
into
lot
it.
of good training over that little kindergarten.
But by the time he's old
Next year
enough to,
goes to the real one at public school, you know, down the street.
Is he 5 now?
He will be 5 next, no, he won't be 5 until, June. But they go to 5, you see, kindergarten, then start school when they're 6.
Is that?
So he goes this fall, you know.
Well, with ours, we are consulting college catalog.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking coming up here.
So this time next year, we'll ride around here by ourselves.
If Prairie View integrates, you'll be right there close to
You
you.
go Prairie View. Well, let me tell you something, Billy Frank knows no difference now, so integration won't bother him at all. You know, when I kept the children out there, when everybody went to the hospital, I kept them, and I was going to take off and had planned my vacation all along to take it at that time, and we had just a lot of applications and things come in, and it just looked like she never was going to have anybody in, so I couldn't make any plans or anything else. When I found out that I wasn't going to be able to take off the full time, then I had to try to find somebody to help me at least a half a day in the house. Couldn't find anybody in Richmond. I got this colored girl from Rosenberg, and she was pretty good, neat, and you know, nice. I'm a girl. I'm awfully clean and was patient with the children and good. And Rosalie was her name. So Billy Frank and the Francis said they would send him to Miss Mary's Stillman kindergarten while every morning I could take him over there, and then he'd be out underfoot through the morning, and then they just have Dawn. And Dawn is the worst in meddle. Billy Frank never meddle like Dawn does. She just goes constantly from one thing to something else. And I finally decided that the girl wouldn't be able to take care of both of them anyway, so we left Billy Frank over there then part of the afternoon too. Miss Mary said, just leave him, and so she'd make him lay down and rest. And he said, Grandma said, I wish you'd come for me before Miss Mary wants us to lay down. Well, I have to stand on the, she puts pallets down.
yeah, but that used to bug me too, when I was staying with somebody that made go to bed there.
Well, they make him do it all the time. He gets so tired, he has to rest. But I want to tell you about the girl was Rosalie. So the first morning, I packed, fixed his little lunch kit and everything. I got him a little lunch kit with a little thermos bottle in it. I put his milk in there, made his sandwiches, put his cookie in there, everything fixed up, and he was ready to go. Hat on and all, he said, well, goodbye, Dawn, and Dawn was out on the back porch with the cover girl was standing right there close to her. He said, well, goodbye, Dawn, said, come on, kiss me goodbye. She run out there to kiss Dawn goodbye, and he kissed her, and he dug his face up, kissed Rosalie too. He makes the rounds, you know, when he gets ready to go, he's gonna tell them all goodbye. The same way. So he said, I could tell that she didn't know what to do. She just didn't know what to do. So she just pushed his little head down like that and kissed him on top of the head. And he was satisfied, he was all happy as he could be. And I didn't want to say anything. I didn't know what to do. I thought, well, maybe tomorrow that it'd be all right. It won't be like that. Next day, why, that was on Monday morning. And then the next day, why, when I ready to take him, said, goodbye, Dawn, kiss me goodbye. And he kissed Dawn goodbye, and then he looked Rosalie up, you know. She wasn't right there to the side of Dawn, and he kissed Rosalie goodbye too. I could tell she again didn't know what to do. She was a real nice girl. I'm sure she didn't want to try to. Well, she didn't know what to do. I could appreciate her.
Typical Southern
She
nigger.
just didn't know what to do. So she pushed his little head down again, kissed him on top of the head. He was happy and went on his way. I still didn't say anything to him. I didn't know what to say. And so the day Mary Frances went home at noon, she helped with this paper that day, and I took her back to Rosenberg. We were on our way to Houston. So I said, well, Dawn, I said, tell Rosalie, you'll tell Rosalie goodbye. She'd already gotten out of the car and was standing there by the door. And Dawn began to wave to her, you know, and throw her a kiss. Dawn throws everybody a kiss. And Billy Frank got out there to go kiss her goodbye. And I thought, oh, what am I going to do? And so Rosalie pushed his head down again, kissed him on top of their head. And when we left, I said, I've just got to say something to him. I just don't know what to do. So I said, Billy Frank, I said, now, you always kiss your mother and your daddy and Dawn and all of us goodbye. And I said, we like for you to kiss us. But I said, not everybody likes for you to kiss them. And I said, Rosalie might not like her, for you to kiss her. And I said, somebody like that might not like you. And so I said, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Well, he wouldn't know what a maid. I figured he didn't know a maid, but he might realize color in that respect, that color didn't like for you to kiss him. See? So I didn't know what to say. I mean, it was a situation I didn't know what to do, but I felt like I had to say something to him. And he didn't say anything. He just listened to me, but he never did make any remark or anything, but I'm sure it's so thin. Of course, Miss Frances doesn't have those few colored people there. But I bet Matilda kissed him many a time when she kissed him. A lot of these colored people kiss these babies, you know very well they do. And Matilda was so crazy about him, and he was just about Dawn's age, and he would never be able to tell it if Matilda did.
Well, he may be in the habit of being kissed.
Well, he wouldn't have remembered that hardly, I don't think.
I mean, when he was real.
Well, he was that, because he was Dawn's age, and he wouldn't remember that when Matilda kept him in their Frances' teaching. But I said, Dawn throws kisses to everybody when she goes to the filling station, no matter who it is or what it is that waits on them, while when she was ready to leave, she waves and throws kisses. She's just like this, she's just going all the time. I have never seen anybody.
Why don't you bring your record player in here and show it there?
It's a little bit big to be moving around.
Well,
You can turn it
it's
on.
not so big.
Well, that's your high five that he got, what was
You
that?
got a stereo.
Bring it on in here, Donnie. You can move that table and everything, just.
Open
set it
that
right
little
here on
box
the floor.
over there and get those little packages you often have. The problem is well, one of them is a little package a little red package, that's for you and me.
What's the honeycomb?
No, that's not, that's for Donnie, Donnie, that's